Grade 7 Cbse NCERT syllabus English Chapter 7 The Invention of Vita-Wonk. We'll see the summary and the question answers of this lesson. The Invention of Vita-Wonk Summary Part 1. Mr. Willy Wonka was a scientist. He first invented a tonic, Wonka Vita, which made people younger. But it was such a powerful medicine that many people disappeared after their age went in minus. One person even became minus 87. The poor fellow had to wait 87 years to come back. Willy Wonka decided to invent a new thing to undo the harm. He had to make people old. He wanted to know what the oldest living thing in the world was or what lived longer than anything else. His assistant Charlie named Tree, but the question emerged with Tree. It was certainly not the fir, oak, or cedar. It was a tree called bristlecone that grew in Nevada, USA. Such trees were 4,000 years old. Wonka got into his great class elevator and rushed all over the world. He collected special items from the oldest living things. He took a pint of sap from the bristlecone pine, the toenail clippings from a 168-year-old Russian farmer, an egg laid by 200-year-old tortoise, the whiskers of a 36-year-old cat, and so on. So this is part 2. Mr. Wonka tracked down very old animals and took a bit of something from each one of them. In the end, he boiled and tasted the product in his inventing room. He produced one small cupful of black liquid. He gave 4 drops of it to a brave young volunteer, Oompa Loompa, to see what had happened. What was the result? Charlie asked. Mr. Wonka said that the effect of the medicine was swift and fantastic. The moment that young man gulped down those drops, he began growing old and wrinkled. His hair dropped off and his teeth also started falling out. In an instant, the 20-year-old boy became an old man of 75. In this way, Vita-Wonk was invented. Right now, question number 1. Choose the right answer. Mr. Willy Wonka is an inventor. Wonka Vita makes people younger. Mr. Wonka wants to invent a new thing which will make people older. Can anyone's age be minus number? What does minus 87 mean? No, age cannot be in minus because we all start growing up from the moment we are born. Minus 87 means the man is 87 years back to his actual age. Mr. Wonka begins by asking himself 2 questions. What are they? What is the oldest thing in the world? What lives longer than anything else? So working with text now, question number 1. What trees does Mr. Wonka mention? Which tree does he say lives the longest? Mr. Wonka mentions fir, oak, cedar and bristlecone pine trees lives the longest. How long does this tree live? Where can you find it? Bristlecone pine lives for over 4,000 years and one can find them upon the slopes of Wheeler Peak in Nevada, USA. Question number 2. How many of the oldest living things can you remember from Mr. Wonka's list? Do you think all these things really exist or some of them purely imaginary? Mr. Wonka has mentioned some very oldest things. He said he had collected a pint of sap from a 4,000 years bristlecone pine, toenail clippings from a 168-year-old Russian farmer, an egg laid by a 200-year-old tortoise, the tail of 51-year-old horse, whiskers of 36-year-old cat called crumpets, a flea that lived on crumpets for 36 years, tail of a 207 years old rat, the black teeth of a 97 years old grimalkin, and knuckle bones of a 700-year-old cataloo. Very few of these things would have really existed. A majority of them are purely imaginary. Why does Mr. Onka collect items from the oldest things? Do you think this is the right way to begin his invention? Mr. Onka wanted to create an item that will make people older, so he collected items from the oldest things. This is in fact a foolish way to begin an invention. What happens to the volunteer who swallow 4 drops of the new invention? What is the name of the invention? The Oompa Loompa volunteers was 20 years old before swallowing the drops. He became 75 years old after it. The invention name is Vita-Wonk. Working with language. Question number 1. What do you call these insects in your language? So write the name on your own. Beetle, honeybee, spider, bee, butterfly, moth, or some of the insect found in our area. Right, fill in the blanks in the recipe given below with words from the boxes. Ingredients: 1 onion, 1 cup dal, 2 thin green chilies, half a teaspoon red chili powder, 8 small bunch of palak, 2 tomatoes, salt to taste. So, speaking. Using do for emphasis, Charlie asks, what it happened? This is a way of asking question. What happened? With emphasis. Given below are a few emphatic utterances. Say them to your partner. Let your partner repeat your utterance without the emphasis. Your partner may also add something to show he disagrees with you. So, I did study. You studied, I didn't believe. Look at your marks. I did go there. You went there. Then, how come I didn't see you? I do play games. You play games. Then, why don't you take part in sports day? He does read his book. I don't think so, because he couldn't answer any question. You do say the most unbelievable things. What makes you to think so? The earth does spin around. It spins. Then why don't I feel that? We all do want you to come with us. Is it? Then why no one invited me? Who does know how to cook? Not sure, I don't know. I do believe that man is a thief. It is hard to believe because he looks so innocent. So this is a conversation, opposite conversation. A writing part, make a list of trees Mr. Onka mentions. Where do these trees grow? Try to find out from an encyclopedia. Write a short paragraph about 2 or 3 of these trees. Name some large trees commonly found in your area. Find out something about them. Like how old are they, who planted, do birds eat their fruits, and write 2 or 3 sentences about each of them. Mr. Onka mentioned the name of the following trees: Douglas fir, oak, cedar, bristlecone pine. Douglas fir is native tree of western North America. Its scientific name is Pseudodoxa menzies. It is also called Oregon pine or Douglas spruce. It is named in honor of David Douglas. He was a Scottish botanist and was a collector, and was the first one to report about the nature and potential of this species. Oak tree was a native of northern hemisphere and includes deciduous and evergreen species. It is found in abundance in Northern America with over 90 species found in United States and 160 in Mexico. Oak wood has a wide application because of its resistance to fungal and insect attack. Cedar trees are found in abundance all across the world. Cedar woods have a wide application like used to make pencils. Australian red cedar is highly valued and is used for making furniture and shipbuilding. Bristlecone pine trees have some species that are more than 5,000 year old and are the oldest known individuals of any species. The tree got its name from the prickles of the female cones. They are found in abundance in United States of America. Some of the commonly found trees in our area include eucalyptus, mango, neem, pipal and banyan trees. Eucalyptus trees are very tall in structure. They have medicinal properties and are available in large number in our area. Mango trees are generally planted in houses for their use in religious purpose. It is also planted in large number for the fruits. Neem is found in houses as well as parks. They have medicinal properties and is widely scattered in all across our area. People in banyan trees are mostly found in temples. They are worshipped by Hindus. Some of the trees are over 100 years old. Find out something interesting about age or growing old and write a paragraph about it. Following are a few topics as suggested as example. The age profile of country's population. Does it have more young people than old people or vice versa? What are the consequences of this? How can we tell how old a tree, a horse, or a rock is? What is the life expectancy of various living things and various population? How long can they reasonably expect to live? So these are all the questions. Now answers. All living things start aging from the moment they are born. The best part with the process of growing old is that we are able to witness many changes. India is one of the most populous nations in the world. In India, we have more of youth population than old people. It increases the productivity and earning capacity in the society. We can guess the age of the tree by counting the rings in its trunk. The age of rocks and horse can be identified by carbon dating process. Microorganisms have the shortest life cycle. And insects too live a short life. Animals like elephant and tortoise live more than 100 years. Life expectancy for human is around 85 years. Thank you, children.